B
Tier
Besties.
What's up, everybody?
We're back with another great video.
We're saying it's great before we've even started. That's how confident we are.
I mean, there is a great ball on the tier list.
There's a great ball on the tier list. You know what's going to be slightly controversial?
What?
I don't think great balls are that great. That's a little sneak preview into the video, which is
Wow.
the Pokeball tier list. So if any fans of Pokemon are out there, this one's for you.
And we might do more Pokemon videos in the future because we both have things to say.
Mhm.
This is kind of hard because there's a lot of Pokemon to rank,
Yeah.
and a lot of them we won't have strong opinions on.
Mhm.
So, like, how to create a Pokemon tier list. There's a lot of things to do there.
Yeah, there's a lot. We could do starters. We could do types.
Hmm.
Pokemon types actually wouldn't be that bad.
I feel it'd be kind of boring. I feel like a lot of them would be like around the same tier.
Maybe. There are some good types, though.
Sure.
Also, we're in person, by the way.
We're in person for the first time in a long
We
time.
can high five. Ready?
Do you hear that? I don't know if you did.
Let's hope so.
This means we're not using OBS, we're not using Craig, we're not using
Yeah,
Discord.
there should be no robotic audio.
If you liked like the duck sound effect, we'll have to just make it in person, like quack or something like that.
Mhm.
We don't actually have like Discord's
Yeah, it's
audio up.
unfortunate, but this is like the old days. There's also no pictures of us popping up,
Yeah.
which was actually probably good for some people. You know, could tell us apart.
I think it'll be fine with just two people though. We don't have any guests.
That's true. And we've done worse, you know.
Yeah.
But welcome to the video.
Let's
Let's begin.
get it rolling.
That's see. This is where I would play a sound like a, one of the sound effects.
We can find a different way to do sound effects for
Like-
future videos. Like have like a little like app where you like go
Oh,
on
okay,
and it's
gotcha.
like a
Yeah,
quack,
yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Pokeball.
I mean, it's not good late game,
Mhm.
but it's classic and like it gets the job done. That's the only thing you have access to early on.
Yeah.
And like, I can't say it's a bad Pokeball because it's the best one at early levels.
Yeah, just for like, and it's also iconic,
Mm-hmm.
just for the iconic sake-ness
Yeah.
of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a word, but I say A tier.
I think A tier is fine for it too.
Because I would have said just like C tier or B tier
Mhm.
for being kind of basic, but it is iconic when you think about it.
I think it is always kind of strange when you get a Pokeball late game because like someone trades you a Pokemon or something. It's like it's just in a regular Pokeball and like
Yeah.
all the new Pokemon you're getting are in like Ultra Balls and stuff.
See, I always like trying to catch all of my Pokemon in Pokeballs,
Hmm.
so that like when they're in the little menu thing, they're all in Pokeballs and they all look the same.
You do you.
I like doing that with legendaries too.
Well, I'm down to put it in A tier.
Okay, cool.
The Great Ball, however,
Yeah, I gave a little sneak preview of this. It's just forgettable.
it is forgettable.
It's between the two, Ultra and Poke.
And honestly, there's not a long period of time in which you're using the Great Ball.
No, it's like Gym 4 and Gym 5 or something.
Yeah.
Or like Gym 3 and 4.
There's some range.
Yeah.
And like, the Ultra Ball just outclasses it.
Mhm.
And then like, I don't know, it doesn't have the iconic feature that the Pokeball does.
No, it's also a little ugly if I'm being honest.
It's not
Like-
great.
I'm basing these a little bit on design, I think, too.
Mhm. Yeah.
And this is just I don't get the red thing. What is that? What is that?
Mm-hmm.
What are those?
Years maybe? Who's to say?
Yeah, I say this is D tier.
I
Maybe C.
would argue for C because I think there's some of these here that are like completely
That's a-
pointless that you wouldn't
That's
want to carry around.
that's a good point.
Whereas like this,
I'm being a little harsh. It has a catch rate modifier of 1.5
yeah.
times.
So I think there are
Whatever.
purposes for it. So I
Yeah.
think C is probably the best.
Sure, I agree.
Ultra Ball though,
Mm-hmm.
like it just gets the job done. It has a catch rate modifier of 2 times. We have a little table.
Yeah,
we're
we have
not nerds. We don't
We're not
memorize
nerds.
this. We are nerds.
We'll put a picture on screen. This is the table we're using, also where we got the ideas,
Mhm.
because we don't, we couldn't come up with all these Pokeballs on the top of our head.
We're also missing some Pokeballs.
We
So
are.
If your favorite Pokeball is missing, put it in the comments below.
Like the Park Ball.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's not on here.
Regardless, Ultra Ball is like the best at just like getting normal things done. And
Mhm.
honestly, even though a lot of situations have a better Pokeball
Yeah.
to use, I think that I just prefer Ultra Balls. Like I don't want to be like, this Pokemon looks heavy. I'm gonna go pull out my heavy ball.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the Ultra Ball is just like what you use.
Yes, I usually, if I'm being honest, I only use the 3, just these 3 normally.
Mhm. You don't use any of the others?
Not too often. I use the Quick Ball for legendaries,
Mhm.
but
There's several others of these that I use.
Mhm.
But for the most part,
yeah. But Ultra though, I think it's good. I would say above Pokeball maybe.
I'd be inclined to put it in S because it just like is the thing you'll use.
That's fair, actually. It's probably the one I use the most.
Yeah.
Because once you get it, you use it, except for me on my team members.
Sure. Okay, next we got the Master Ball. Hot take.
Oh, God.
So, the Master Ball would be really useful if I ever have seen a shiny in any Pokemon game ever. But I've been playing since Generation 5, and I've never, like, seen one.
You've never got a shiny?
No.
Why would you use a Master Ball on a shiny?
Because I've never seen one before. It'd be so special.
Unless it's like a Graveler or something that's going to explode.
I mean, yeah, but, like, I'd try a Quick Ball or whatever, but, like, regardless. The main thing I'm saying is that it has, like, the little effect that a lot of video games have, where because it's so special,
You don't want to use it?
you don't want to use it. And so I don't think I've ever actually thrown a Master Ball.
Huh. That's a good point, actually. Sometimes, if a Pokemon's really annoying, or if you run out of Pokeballs, it's nice to have.
Yeah, but I wouldn't use it then. I would just, like...
What would you do? Reload your save file?
I'd do that before using the Master Ball.
Really?
Yeah.
So what would you be saving it for? I feel like...
Is it like a shiny Metagross or something?
that'd be impressive. I don't know. For me, this would be S tier.
I think it's like C.
C?
Yeah.
No, I think, but it's so cool that you're just intimidated to use it.
But you don't use it. I've never used it once.
Yeah, because you're too intimidated to use it. I do use it, but I just think it's special.
I could put it in A tier.
Fine. We could put it below the Pokeball if you want.
Thanks.
But it's good. You should try using it because it's a lot of fun. It just makes you feel cool too. Plus, there are a lot of memes you can do. Like you can catch a level 1 Magikarp with it, and that's fun.
Yeah.
And then you can pop out random Pokemon with a Master Ball. Plus, you can
that actually is kind of cool. But I could put it above Pokeball.
For that reason.
Yeah, but I think the fact that I never use it because it's so like you only get one means it can't go into S tier.
That's okay. That's fine.
But top of A, that seems like a fine.
Sure.
Like I think C might be a little harsh.
Yeah. Okay, this is a fastball.
So this can get better at getting Pokemon who are fast.
Yeah, it's a base speed of at least 100.
I gotta say, I think a lot of these very specific niche Pokeballs, for me, it's gonna be hard for them to get above B, or even to reach B.
For all the niche Pokeballs?
All the niche ones are like, I can catch fast Pokemon or whatever, because I'm gonna just use the Ultra Ball instead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I mean the fastball. This seems pretty dumb.
I mean, like it's good at what it does, but like,
well, it's good at what it does.
But like, I don't see a point of having it.
No, but I think it's C tier.
Yeah, I think C tier is fine.
Yeah, I'm not like hating on it.
Do you want to put?
I would put it below.
Sure. Next, we have the level ball, which gets strong if you have more than double. It can get a lot stronger if you have a lot higher level than the other Pokemon.
Right.
But
so if you're catching low levels.
But I have a quick tip for all you Pokemon players out there. If you're a lot higher level than the other Pokemon, you're gonna be able to catch it anyway. Like throw a quick ball at it. Like this says it's 8 times multiplier if the player's Pokemon is of the level 4 times or more than that of the wild Pokeball. A quick ball will catch that no matter what. You do not need to use this Pokeball that has a V on it for some reason.
Is that what that is?
Looks like a V. I don't know.
I mean,
in fact, is it the Nest Ball that's also similar to this that can catch low level Pokemon?
the Nest Ball?
Is that what the Nest is? Yeah.
Yeah. If
Can
it's, between.
Can we talk about that now
sure,
too?
Between
They're
1
very
and
similar.
29.
I also think.
So how good is the quick ball catch rate though? Because.
Can we scroll down the quick ball? Quick ball is 5 times.
So yeah, I mean, what are the chances you're going to be 4 times higher than the Pokemon you're trying to catch? And if you are, why are you adding it to your team?
And like even if you
or
are
like if you're level 64.
Okay, there's reasons to do that. If it's like a young version of a Pokemon you want to evolve and get really strong, like imagine you want a Dragonite.
Sure.
You might want to get like a Dratini or whatever.
Yeah.
But
just use it.
Just use a quick ball. Use an Ultra Ball.
Use
There are
Ultra
plenty of
Ball.
things that are gonna be able to catch it.
Yeah, but I find this less offensive than the fastball.
I
It
don't.
just
I
does
think these
seem-
are D tier.
You think it's worse?
I think fastball is better than a lot of your alternatives.
But it's
if
just-
you're trying to cast the fast Pokemon, there's no reason to get them because the instances in which they are good are ones that you're already set to catch the Pokemon.
But I don't understand.
Like if you see a Pichu just like in the grass, and you're like, ooh, I want to get my own Pikachu.
Wait, but why?
You're gonna be able to get
But
it anyway.
That's the same as any logic with the quick ball, right? The quick ball can catch anything. The
Okay.
same.
Yeah,
It's
but-
the same
okay,
odds no matter what.
But the thing is, if I want a really fast Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
and I throw the quick ball out
Yeah.
and it doesn't catch it, that's fine because I have these fastballs in my pocket. So I fight the Pokemon a little bit, then I throw a fastball.
Mm-hmm.
However, if I want a really tiny Pokemon that is really low level,
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't have to be small.
or I'm not playing small.
Okay.
If there's a really low level Pokemon that I want,
Sure.
I throw the quick ball and I do catch it.
But why are you
Because you're
gonna
gonna catch it. What?
Why are you gonna catch it?
Because it's low level and so it's easier to catch.
Yeah, but you're
That's
not.
how Pokemon works. You can catch, like, the level difference already, and like if you have 4 times the level of it, you catch it no matter what with that quick ball.
Wait, does Pokemon actually? Does the catch rate depend on the level?
Yeah, like if you have like a larger,
If you have a level 30 Mewtwo versus a level 70 Mewtwo,
yeah, I think
the level
it'll be-
30 is easier to catch.
Like wait, are you using the 30 or?
You're fighting the 30 and the 70.
Yeah, you're gonna not be able to catch the 70, and you'll be able to catch.
Really?
I'm
I
pretty
wanna
sure.
look this up,
Let's
'cause-
look this up. Quick pause.
Okay, see, according to these answers, this says right here, the Pokemon's level does not directly affect whether the Pokemon will be caught.
But
And
so is it
this
based on
ans-
HP max?
This answer says it's based on what the legendary, what type of Pokemon it is, like legendary, HP, status,
Okay, but HP,
and
does that mean
total HP.
if their total HP?
Oh, the total HP.
But like if they have a low starting HP,
Mhm.
does that mean?
Well, this person says that, like a level 100 Patrat would have more HP than a level 1, and would therefore be harder to catch.
That's what I'm saying.
But
So like
that
a level
only-
70 Mewtwo is going to have higher HP
Yeah.
than a level 30 Mewtwo.
But, see, but this answer, now I'm confused though, because this one says, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of math here going on. I mean, there's a little too much math, but
What if-
I think it's barely a difference. It seems like.
What if we create a new tier that says too much math?
I think, I mean, you could put it in D, I guess.
But like if I'm
But
wrong,
I think I'm
then
right.
that's silly.
I mean, I think I am right though, because it seems. I mean, if you get 9, that's this. We're getting too deep.
Regardless,
Yeah.
the point being, if they are low level Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be easier to catch them. I guess at a
Well,
certain
that's-
point, it
might
becomes like too easy.
Just use false swipe, no
Yeah,
matter
use
what.
false swipe.
Yeah.
But like,
Okay, you can put them in D, just because I am confused by this, and I don't want to be confused while playing Pokemon, even though I often am, because there's too many mechanics involved.
let us know if you're like a Pokemon expert and put it in
Mhm.
the comments.
Yeah. If we're wrong, there's definitely going to be people letting us know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now it's the heavy ball, which is if it's heavy Pokemon. This is like kind of like the fastball, right?
Yeah, it's like the opposite, kind of. I mean, like fast and heavy
Yeah.
aren't technically opposites, but like
Uh-huh.
the slower Pokemon are generally gonna be the heavier
Usually,
ones.
yeah. Snorlax.
I think it's right next to
Metagross.
the fastball then, except for the design. I think is kind of worse.
The design is worse. Yeah, I think so.
So I think it goes below the fastball.
Like, why is it blue?
It looks like
Why
what
is
is that Pokemon like sort of like a Krogunk maybe or like
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
the poison guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, love ball.
Mm-hmm.
This is 8 times effective if used on a Pokemon of the same species but opposite gender of the player's Pokemon. This seems like way too specific of an instance
Yeah.
to use. This is like F tier.
Yeah.
This means that if I have a Pikachu that's a male, and I'm trying to catch a female Pikachu,
Mm-hmm.
which like who breeds Pokemon like that?
Yeah.
You can just breed a Pokemon with a Ditto.
True.
That's like the way people breed. Nobody ever gets like a male and female.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing is, I'd be more inclined to give this a higher rank if they coded it so there's like a 10% chance that your Pokemon's gay or something. But they don't have that, so I
No.
don't think it deserves.
I like
anything.
the love though is cool. You know, if this was
Yeah, but
Valentine's
they're
Day,
all straight though.
I know. If this was Valentine's Day,
Mhm.
I might move it higher,
Mhm.
just in the spirit of Valentine's Day. But that was 5 months ago at this point.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
Sorry, Love Ball.
On Valentine's Day, we were recording Minecraft and drinks tier lists.
Oh really?
So-
I don't remember that.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
Sneak preview.
What's more romantic?
I don't know why I said what.
What's more romantic than Minecraft and drinks?
It was pretty romantic of us at the time.
Okay, next we got the friend ball.
Okay, so this one doesn't actually impact when you're catching it. I mean, it's after you catch it that it sets the Pokemon's friendship to a certain level.
I'm not a huge fan of this design
Why?
because it's just as effective as a regular Pokeball.
It is.
I feel like
But this is very useful.
sure.
This Pokeball is very useful.
I'm down to
So
agree
for
with
that, I would say B, because if I'm catching a Riolu
Mhm.
or a Eevee
Yeah,
or a Golbat,
sure.
see, I'm pulling out the deep Pokemon knowledge right here. This might inspire me to play more Pokemon games, honestly.
Have you played the new ones?
No.
They're pretty good.
I stopped playing at Gen 7,
Ooh,
Sun and Moon.
you gotta get back to it.
I should.
Regardless, I can agree with you that this is gonna be useful.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the general design of a one times modifier, but it has the bonus.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few later on this list that I'm gonna say I don't like.
Okay. I mean, when we get to those, I
Mhm.
might agree, but I think this is B. Just
I'm
'cause
down to put it in B.
I like it. So you haven't played any? What did you play any Pokemon?
I started in Gen 5.
And you haven't played any before then?
No.
I gotta be honest; those are some of my favorites.
Yeah, I wanted to play like the retro Gen 4.
Yeah.
But like the
Oh,
the
new
remakes
Gen
of
4?
it.
You should just buy a
But-
DS.
I still have a 3DS, I think, somewhere.
You should
Uh,
play
but-
the. You could play any. You could play Gen 4. You haven't played. I mean, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Have you heard of those games?
Yeah,
They're very good.
but like
Those are
I'll
my
just wait for the
favorites.
next. The Pokemon games come out infrequently enough that whenever there's a new one, I'm super excited for it. So I sort of want to keep it like
That's
that.
fair. I just think I have some nostalgia for the old ones.
Mm-hmm. Oh, next is Moonball, except for we're not ranking that one.
Yeah.
So
it's
Netball.
It's 3.5 times effective if used on a water or bug type Pokemon.
I think this is slightly cooler than like the fast and heavy, but not significantly
No,
cooler.
it's still C tier, just
Yeah.
like right above it.
The design is kind of cool though.
Yeah.
I like that design.
You can just, I mean, it's
Like-
reliable anytime you're in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Dive Ball. 3.5 times effective if used on a water dwelling Pokemon.
It's the same.
Underwater? Or just,
Like maybe if you like.
I think it's, no, it's just any water encounter.
Huh.
Oh, but originally, especially underwater situations.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could bring it along if you plan on going water hunting, but like it's sort of just like the netball.
Yeah, so in Generation 3 it was used.
Mm-hmm.
It had the effectiveness underwater. And then in 4 to 7, 8, it was
Mm-hmm.
any water. So it's
Yeah.
like the netball, but it's no bugs.
Yeah, and also like I like the net design.
Mm-hmm.
This one is just like sort of wavy. I'm not as huge of a fan.
So where are you thinking?
I think it's just like right below the netball.
Oh, okay, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Next we got the repeat ball.
Yes, the repeat ball. So this is if it's already been caught.
Mm-hmm. I actually like this one.
But what's the why? What's a scenario where you've used this?
If it's like higher level. Oh, actually, the real instance where I've used this is that in one of the games I wanted a Lotad with specific traits.
Okay.
And like specific because like there's one move you couldn't teach Lotad, but it could suddenly start with it. So I caught my Lotad, and then I wanted to catch more Lotads.
What level were the Lotad?
I don't think I started them at the. I don't remember the exact details.
Because if they were a low level, then your logic of just using an Ultra Ball seems like that would.
Regardless, I have used this in the past.
Okay.
Like most of these Pokeballs we talked about, I have not used. This is one that I have used.
I just feel like I would never use this. I would use like the net ball and the water, the dive ball before this one.
That's fair.
Because if I see a water Pokemon and I have it, I'm just doing it.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. I think repeat ball, like especially if you want to catch them all, this has no purpose.
Yeah.
So I think I have used it in the past.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that it's good.
Yeah.
I think because like at the end of the day, maybe if you want that specific Pokemon, you might be using that, like, you might just want to breed rather than going and finding more.
Sure.
So, I don't think it deserves like F or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like it more than the Love Ball, but like
Sure.
I'm fine playing it though.
I would have put it in D personally.
Mm-hmm. Can we do top of D at least?
Sure.
Yay!
It's better than the
ones that might actually be good.
timer ball or the level ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The timer ball's next.
Oh, nice. I didn't even mean to do that. This one I've used.
This one I love.
When you fight a legendary,
Yeah.
and you've thrown like 50 balls at it,
Yeah. The
This
timer
is
balls get
great.
really clutch.
yeah.
Or even like a pseudo legendary. Like if I'm fighting Metagross or something.
We'll put a picture of the math on screen, but it's like 1 plus number of turns passed in battle times 1229 over 4,096.
Although it maximizes at 4 times at 10 turns.
Oh. So it's wait, just 10 turns? Oh, so I could be throwing the.
You can throw this pretty soon.
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
wait like 50 turns.
Yeah, me too. But
You could just do
regardless,
it. You could
not
just-
50 turns for me, but like I wait longer than I need
50
to.
might be an exaggeration.
Because 4 is a pretty good modifier. It's
4 is-
better than any of the things in C tier.
Right, it's
But the thing
honestly-
is, you could use that against any Pokemon.
Yeah, I would say B tier. Top
I-
of B, maybe A.
Almost inclined to say
I would say A too.
A. Maybe bottom of A.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely
Yeah.
bottom of A.
Cool.
All right, the luxury ball. This just doubles the rate at which the Pokemon's friendship increases.
So it's pretty similar to the friend ball.
Mm-hmm.
What one do you like more? I haven't used either.
I like the. I've never used the friend ball. I have used the luxury ball, but I like the. I didn't know the friend ball existed actually.
Mm.
I kind of feel like. I wonder if the friend ball exists in every game.
Mm-hmm.
But the luxury ball, I like the design of though.
Yeah, that actually looks really cool.
Mhm.
The friend ball looks kind of dumb.
It does.
It looks like a peacock.
Yeah.
Honestly, on that alone, I think that maybe goes top of B.
Sure. And also, I do think, I mean, the friend ball was an earlier generation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also, it wasn't used that commonly. It was used in only Generation 2, then only Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and then it was added in later. But, yeah, I think that's fine. But it does make sense, though, that some of the designs look worse at the start.
Sure.
Because that's probably, like, 2000s art, and this is, like, 2009 art, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, next we got the Premier Ball. It's just a
This
Pokeball
one,
that looks cool, right?
It's a Pokeball that looks cool.
But does it even look that cool?
No, it's kind of white.
Yeah.
It's an inverse Pokeball in a way, though.
But it's not. The bottom is still white.
Yeah, well, it's the same colors.
Yeah, but like you'd think the top would become black and then you'd put red there.
Oh, that'd be interesting, actually.
Yeah, but no.
That would be cool.
It'd be like a
probably.
yin yang situation.
Yeah. The yin yang ball.
But no,
That sounds-
it's just white.
D tier.
Yeah. Bottom of D.
Yeah. The Dusk Ball. This one, if used in a cave or at night, I love this ball.
Ooh. What do you think is better about like this than like the net ball?
What's the net ball?
The one that is like bugs water types.
Because this one's a cave. I mean, think about how many Pokemon are in caves.
Think about
like-
how many are in the water.
Not as many. Like, literally every legendaries are usually in caves.
Not all is.
A lot of them are. Mewtwo, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres.
You think about early games.
Okay, freaking Dragapult. Is that a Pokemon?
I don't know that. Is that a Pokemon?
I think that is.
Put a picture of Dragapult on screen.
The sword guy with the guy with the sword in his mouth.
Yeah.
Lunala. No, they're not in a cave. The early Pokemon games, Generation 4 especially.
Okay. So
You're right though. It is probably older Pokemon games.
Mhm.
Nowadays they like put them in forest and stuff.
yeah. So
But
like
it's also at nighttime, so you could just wait till it's night.
true.
And it's 3 times effective.
Well, I'm down to buy that.
Like it's automatically better than an Ultra Ball just by changing the time.
I still think that I don't like holding that onto like too much variety in my pocket.
Mhm.
So I don't think this can go above B.
Why don't you like holding on to too much variety?
It's like too much to think about.
They're in different
I just want to
tabs.
throw Pokeball, then throw Ultra Ball, and then if that doesn't work, throw Timer Ball. You know.
See, you didn't even in Generations 1 and 2, just to pull out some of my old school knowledge, they didn't have different categories for Pokeballs and
Mhm.
everything. They were all in one bag, like with no categories.
Yeah, then you especially wouldn't want to.
Right.
Yeah.
But that didn't exist back then. So, I'm just saying, you should be grateful. Like with the categories, I feel like this is fine. This seems more useful than the
Timer.
luxury.
I don't know, I'm fine with top of B. I don't think it should go above B though.
You don't think it can be bottom A? I feel like it's as useful as the.
I guess I haven't used it, but if you really like it, I'm fine for that.
I think it really is useful.
'Cause
Because think
timer-
about it, you just set the timer ball. You have to wait, and it's
Yeah, but
4
it gets a
times.
4. This
Yeah,
gets a 3.
It does, but it's automatic. Like if it's nighttime, you're never using the Ultra Ball, and that's the only one like this.
If you're fighting in water Pokemon, you're never using the Ultra Ball.
Yeah, but
If you're
that's
fighting
so
a quick
specific.
Pokemon, you're not
That's so
fighting-
specific, though. I'm anywhere. I'm just playing Pokemon at night. Like, what if I
Wait,
were?
when it says, wait, when you say nighttime, it's not night in game. You mean night out of game?
Well, usually it's synced, right?
Is it synced? Is that how it works?
I don't know. Modern Pokemon and old Pokemon, you would set the time. It would be your DS time.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, or your Switch time.
I like it so much more now. I thought you meant like if the game happens to be like in night.
No,
Because like
no.
I feel like sometimes in the story it's like, oh, you're sneaking around at night or something, and so like it gets.
I
dark.
think in Pokemon, at least starting in Generation 2
Mm.
to like Generation 5, nighttime was always nighttime in the game.
Okay, I think I just like I played enough games like
Uh-huh.
Minecraft or whatever. I'm
Sure.
thinking, so
Yeah.
I'm sort of in that mode. But if what you're
It's-
saying is true, which
yeah,
sounds true,
It is.
that makes me like this.
It's definitely true, at least for a couple
Okay.
generations.
I'll take back some of what
So
I
like
said
if you
then.
go to work during the day and you come back and play Pokemon from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock at night,
Mhm.
it's
Alright.
always...
I'm done to put this even higher. Then
Okay.
I like
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mhm. I thought you were just like, oh, in the cave. Or like,
No, it's useful.
So, where do you want to put it then?
I mean, I think it's on par probably with the repeat ball.
Repeat ball? Okay.
Or not repeat ball. What's this ball called?
You have spoken.
What's that one called?
Timer ball?
Timer ball. You're right, it gets to 4
Design-wise-
times, but you never...
I don't like the design of this that much, though. It looks kind of gross.
Sure, we can put it below.
But yeah,
it
no,
is-
you've sold me
okay,
on it.
Yeah. It is... I mean, it's pretty good, though. If you think about it,
Mhm.
yeah, it's fine. We can put it below.
Okay. Do you remember what I was saying about the friend ball?
Yeah.
And you convinced me.
Uh-huh.
The
Yeah,
heal ball.
This is
Yeah.
a very bad Pokeball.
Because, yes, it heals the Pokemon, but, like, it's so bad at catching them.
And what's the point?
Because usually you want to teach the Pokemon some moves, too, before.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been like, oh my god, I need this Pokemon and I need it to start fighting the second I catch it.
I mean, I think sometimes, like, really, like, before you get to your first gym,
Mm-hmm.
and, like, you fight a little bit, and then you catch a Pokemon,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, this is kind of annoying, because now I have to go back to the Pokemon Center before I fight
Sure.
more Pokemon.
But you don't get access to the heal ball at that
Yeah,
point in the game
yeah.
anyway. I'm getting the access to the heal ball in like Gym 6.
I guess, like,
You can fly at that point probably.
there have been moments where I've been like, it could be useful if this Pokemon that I just caught were at full health. Like, I've had that thought before. But it's not, like, you could just go to the Pokemon Center.
Or just buy potions.
Yeah. So, like,
Just have a super potion and just use it immediately.
so I...
It's not and honestly, if this had a higher catch rate,
Mhm.
it would be better. But the fact that it's worse than a Great Ball and an Ultra Ball,
Like, you can put a Great Ball, right?
yeah. Just catching a Great Ball, that'll cost less probably than the heal ball,
Mhm.
and then buy a super potion. Probably getting more bang for your buck. I don't know, like the
Uh,
Pokemon economy like that, but
I'm even down to put this below Love Ball. Because Love Ball at least has some sort of purpose.
yeah, sure. What's Love Ball's purpose? Just
Like, if you find a shiny Pokemon, then you, like, oh, I have that Pokemon in my party right now. It happens to be the opposite gender.
no, I think we have to put that one up.
Okay.
The Love Ball. I forgot what the Love Ball was. That's God.
Okay, fine.
Quick Ball.
So, like, this has to be S.
This-
Although, like, begrudgingly. Because, like, it's a
Heroic.
little too good at what it does.
Yeah,
Like, I wish it was
this.
worse.
I think this is my favorite.
It's my favorite, but it's also, like,
You just throw it, right?
Yeah.
Like, you just throw it if you have it.
it makes the game feel a little bit too linear, I think. Because, like, every Pokemon, you just hope you get a quick ball. You know?
Yeah.
It takes away a little bit of the fun of fighting Pokemon.
That's fair.
If you just... But still, it's the best Pokeball. of
Yeah,
the
it's
game.
still S tier.
Like, 5 times modifier?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think above Ultra Ball?
I mean, you're right. It does. I mean, if you wanted to put it lower, I could put it lower.
I almost think they're just like, out of protest. Like, even
Sure.
though it's more useful than
That's
Ultra
fair.
Ball, but, like...
I agree. I
Yeah.
think I would prefer the quick ball, but you are right that there is something about fighting Pokemon that's fun.
Yeah.
Using false swipe, paralyzing it,
Yeah.
and then just spamming away, listening to the music.
Mm-hmm.
Do, do do, do 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 do. It's nice to see that the theme hasn't changed because you recognize it.
Yeah.
Do they still do that theme in modern Pokemon games?
I think so.
Okay,
There's probably a remixed version of it.
probably. All right, final one is the Dream Ball.
If it's used on a sleeping Pokemon, it's more effective. 4 times.
It's used only in Entree Forest prior to Generation 6, whatever that means.
That's 8.
Prior to Generation 8, what did I say?
6.
I can't read Roman numerals.
Catch rate modifier 255 times in Gen 5. What? That saves it a little bit. I think that fact alone makes you sort of like it a little bit more.
This is kind of, I feel like this is like the Park Ball, but for a
Yeah.
later generation. But it's it's the Dream Ball, and it's used later. I think this came into effect later,
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's only used in the extra link, which was only a thing in Generation 5 anyway, that means that it only had a modifier of 255 prior to Generation 8.
Oh, yeah.
So, but now it's 4 times effective. So I think we have to consider both.
Yeah, that makes me less...
Because otherwise we probably wouldn't have included it.
Yeah.
But let's just say just the sleeping Pokemon part.
Okay.
That's actually, I mean, usually that's good.
That's good.
If you put Pokemon to sleep.
I'm not still super excited about it from like
No, it's still C tier, I think.
This sort of
Maybe
though does make me feel like having a Pokemon that knows like yawn or something and then just like carry around Dream Balls could be a fun strategy.
Yeah.
Like, teach them yawn and false swipe. Like,
Yeah.
like, I sort of want to do that. Honestly, that strategy alone makes me want to put it towards the top of C.
Yeah. No, I honestly think above the net ball. Is that the ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you even want to put it above great? It's not that great.
Not really.
Okay, that's fine.
I kind of like the idea of having all of the special ones below great.
Mm-hmm.
It really takes a lot to get you above great.
Sure. I think this is pretty good.
I think this is good. This was... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, not all of them are great, but some of them are pretty good.
This is a little bit like the Mario one. Actually, we have more good ones here than the Mario characters.
Yeah.
But C tier pretty large.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want to see more Pokemon videos in the future.
And if you want to hear just like some Pokemon stories. There's one time I spent like an hour trying to catch a Metagross or like a Metang. Because like that was one of my favorite Pokemon. I finally caught it, and then I forgot to save.
Wow.
Yeah.
You turned off your device before saving?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like my first Pokemon game or something.
Oh,
so like, I wasn't in the habit.
What's a fun Pokemon story I have? In the first time I played a Pokemon game, I played Pokemon Diamond, and I used Piplup. Do you know Piplup?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a penguin.
Yeah.
And that was the only Pokemon I used the entire game.
What?
I just steamrolled the whole game with one Pokemon.
Seriously?
Yeah, I just beat the Elite Four. I had like a level 90 Piplup. Well, it wasn't a Piplup at the time. It was like whatever.
Yeah.
The last one is Empoleon.
Do you just like? Why did you do that?
I just didn't know how to catch other Pokemon. I don't think. I was like 7.
The tutorial on Pokemon Diamond apparently needs some work. Which is not something I think I'd say about modern Pokemon games.
No.
They need some work as well, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know they did tell you how to catch Pokemon. Maybe I wasn't interested in it. I didn't know like anything about types or anything.
Yeah.
So I would use like Surf on every Pokemon.
I mean, Surf is strong.
Water, grass, literally any Pokemon. Yeah, I didn't know types at all. So.
Do you ever run out of PP?
I must have, but I probably hope. I don't know if I was smart enough to get like PP up or something.
Imagine being smart enough for PP up, but not smart enough for.
Yeah, because can you buy PP up?
Probably. I think that would be a kind of weird strategy.
To buy PP ups and not.
Yeah, but not catch Pokemon.
Yeah.
That would be such a weird strategy.
Whoa, who is this?
I don't know. Who is it?
It's our friend Kira, who is in
Special?
the Minecraft biome video.
Oh my
Special
god.
guest.
Yay!
What are your thoughts on the quick ball before we end?
I really think the pink one in C should be S tier because it's very pretty, and I also really like the blue one that's like in the like that one.
Can they see the mouse?
Yeah, they can see the mouse.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
they used to be able to.
I like that one. I think it's very pretty.
Cool.
And I think they should be moved higher. I think the ones that you have in S tier are pretty ugly.
Quickball is kind of ugly.
So I don't think they should be in S tier. But
Let's not take any of that.
Yeah, we're not taking that advice, but
are pretty solid for the most part.
thanks.
Yeah.
See, we have a real life fan.
Bye.
Bye.
And now that we said bye to our friend, let's
We're-
also say bye to you, the viewer.
Yes.
Besties. Tier.
B. Bye.